The CEX vouchers have come in very handy this week. Alright everyone, hope you are doing well. Thanks for pressing play once again. I'm the man they call Pixel Paul, and this week I've been spending CEX vouchers. Yes, love it. So yeah, I've picked up some CEX vouchers over the last few weeks. I picked up quite a big voucher about 4 weeks ago, and I've used a little bit of it, but most of it I'd sort of kept specifically really because I've been keeping an eye out for one game, and I also then traded in some other games, including that Jurassic Park collection on PlayStation 5. I got £16 back on that. Was it 16? Yeah, £16 back on that. So I actually made about £1.01 on that one. But yeah, wasn't overly impressed with that, so decided to trade that in. A couple other games went as well. Wii U games. There's been one or two thoughts in my head about whether to keep the Wii U or not. So a couple of games went traded in as well. So nice, reasonable amount of CEX vouchers ready to spend, and I have spent some of it. I've still got some of the vouchers left as well. Let's have a quick look in CEX. Was a success then, so I finally got one of the games I've been after for so long. Yeah, very happy. Spent vouchers, so I've not spent a penny. So I'll show you what I picked up in a little bit. Cheers everyone. So yeah, just a quick look around CEX. You know, I don't like to put too much footage of CEX in my videos because everybody knows the inside of a CEX and all the shelves look pretty much the same. However, one thing I was going to mention very quickly was the CEX I went to, the second one, which was Warrington. I do like that CEX. It's always usually got some really good retro stuff in it. This time, for whatever reason, in particular, it was Xbox games, Xbox original. There seemed to be so many cover reprints in there. I mean, there was cover reprints everywhere, as you know, for all the other consoles too, but specifically for some reason, Xbox games, and they have theirs darted in between all of the Xbox 360 games. They're all sort of together, and yeah, they were all in not in green boxes. They were in black sort of boxes, black kind of DVD boxes. With the cover reprint covers in them, so they were dead easy to spot, and there were loads of them, and I don't know really what the reason for that is. It's a bit of a weird one really, because it's not like they were all sort of reasonably sort of good games as well. Well, there's some good games, and then there was some, you know, just very average games. So unless they'd had somebody come in and whip loads of Xbox original games off the shelves and they've had to replace them, or has somebody come in and traded a load of discs only, which I didn't think they took, I honestly couldn't put my finger on it, and it was quite bizarre in a way. Now, whether this is something that's going to be happening across all the other CEX stores, I'm not sure, but it's something just to keep an eye out on, because yeah, they had loads of stock in, but Xbox, most of it was cover reprints, so it's just a bit of a weird one, that, and maybe just something to be aware of if you are looking for a specific game that, you know, maybe the chances are that it's going to be a cover reprint. And I still say CEX should be putting cover reprints clearly marked on their app. I don't see what's stopping them. They should just put it on there. Is it a cover reprint or is it an original cover? Because, you know, how many of us travel to CEX shops in the hope of picking up a game and then getting there and it's a cover reprint and you think, no. And if it had just been shown on the app, you'd have saved yourself the time. Anyway, little rant over. Let's have a look at the games that I've picked up with my vouchers this week. I'm going to dive straight into this pile, and I'm going to go with the big hitter first. This game I've been after for so long. Such a long time to get this game. I tried to pick it up a couple of weeks ago. Actually, no, it was about 5 or 6 weeks ago now, from my local Bolton CEX, and it didn't have the instruction book, sadly. But here we are, a few weeks later, and they had it in stock again. Now, part of me thought, is it just going to be the same copy and somebody's took it back? But I thought, well, I'll give it a go, I'll give it a try. But it was complete, nice condition. I finally got it, and I'm really pleased about it. Folklore on the PlayStation 3. Now, it's kind of come in, it's come back in at a nice time as well, because from when I saw it back, a couple of weeks ago, it was at £44, but actually it's gone down. Well, it went down to £42, and then I think literally like maybe the day before, because I was tracking it through the week, it gone down to £40. So £4 saved as well. So I was really happy with that. But yeah, really chuffed to have got this game finally. It's a game I've been wanting to play for so long. I've never had it before, so I've never played it before. And there you go, nice and complete instruction books in there. Disc is immaculate. Yeah, just really looking forward to playing this. I've never really seen any gameplay footage of it or anything like that, but I've heard people talk about it, saying it's like a bit of a hidden gem. And obviously, it has that sort of price tag and sort of rarity status for a reason. I'm not expecting it to be the world's greatest game or anything like that, but yeah, just the sort of description of the game is quite sort of intriguing for me as well. It's set in Ireland. It's all to do with two characters who are kind of thrown together through a series of peculiar events in the sleepy Irish village that hides the gateway to the netherworld. Now, I've heard somebody say that there's elements of this which is a little bit like Pokemon, because you like kind of gather monsters together to help you through the mystery, if you like. So, yeah, it's just always sounded intriguing. Love the cover art on it, and just really, really happy to have finally picked this up. This is going straight to the top of my to play pile as well. Once I finish playing through and playing God of War 3 Remastered at the moment, once I finish that is going straight into the PlayStation 3. I might even take the PlayStation 3 into the front room and play it on the big TV as well. Who knows? But yeah, Folklore, really happy with that one. Right, next up, and again, so all of these are on CEX vouchers. I think I did pay a little bit of money, but I'll tell you how much I paid at the end. Next up, I also got Space Invaders Evolution on the PsP. And it is from CEX. For some reason, the box and the cover are kind of upside down, so the price was on the back. But yeah, £3.50 paid for that. I've given this a quick go, and it's all right actually. There's two versions of the game included in this. The conversion that they've done of the very original Space Invaders is actually it's actually very sort of close to what the original arcade was like. It's very basic graphics, very basic sounds, black and white visuals, and it's just really good actually on the PsP. Really quite enjoyed playing that original version. The sort of evolution version of it, not quite sure what's going on there. It's one of those where you take a really simple concept and throw 3D visuals, flashy graphics, and try and do the same sort of thing but different, and it didn't quite work for me. But just having that original version of Space Invaders on the PsP, quite happy with that. £3.50 paid, nice condition, nice and complete. It's in the PsP itself at the moment, so yeah. Actually, that it sort of shows you there. That is kind of what the evolution version of the game looks like. It's a bit weird, but yeah, I love that cover as well. If you were going to make a Space Invaders game, that is what the Space Invaders game cover should look like, isn't it? So yeah, happy with that one. Next up, again, I've kind of been after this game for a while. I saw it months and months ago, maybe even sometime early last year. Saw it in CEX. I think it was £4 back then, but didn't know that this had come out on the PlayStation 4. Picked it up and sort of passed on it at that point. But it's another one of those games where I'd seen, decided not to grab it, and then kind of instantly regret, and then spend the rest of the year kind of thinking, well, when I see it next, I'll pick it up. But I've not really seen it around, but finally seen it. It went up to £6, but I'll take that. Putty Squad on the PlayStation 4. So this is kind of like a bit of a, I don't know if it's a complete sort of remake of the original Putty. I know there was Super Putty, and I know there's Putty on the Amiga. I think that's where it first started, this series. But yeah, I think I played the Super Nintendo version of it at one point, and it was alright. But yeah, I just saw it and fancied playing it at some point. Sort of 2D puzzle platformer type game. We'll see what that one's like. But yeah, £6 pay for that. It does look quite nice on the back. The graphics look very, very Amiga-like, if you like, as well. Sort of very Amiga kind of. They all have that same kind of look, but obviously this is in HD. So yeah, Putty Squad, PlayStation 4. Next up, a game, again, you might be surprised that I haven't already got this. This is almost like one of those cornerstone games for Xbox 360, and every collection has it. But for some reason, neither of the two games in this series I've got. So I haven't got the first game, but I've picked up the second, and that game is Condemned 2 on the Xbox 360, £4 paid for that. Not played either of these two games. Probably will have to pick up the first game, maybe at some point before trying this one. But let me know in the comments, do I need to play the first game before playing Condemned 2? I suspect possibly not. But yeah, it might be worth trying to pick up the first one. But yeah, at £4 I thought, well, I'll finally grab that. It's quite a nice copy of it as well, nice and complete. So yeah, Condemned 2, happy with that one, finally. Another Xbox 360 game. Again, I've been keeping an eye out and trying to get this one, because I did pick up a copy of this. Was it an Xbox? It was the Xbox version. Well, I say Xbox version. It was actually a fake. It was off a car boot sale, and I think I paid a couple of quid or something like that. Quite a good fake, in fairness. But yeah, I did realise when I got it home quite quickly that it was a fake. But it's one of those things. And the game is Street Fighter Cross Tekken on the Xbox 360. £8 paid for that one. I've been enjoying loads of the sort of beat 'em ups recently, Street Fighter games especially. So I thought, well, I'll pull the trigger on this. Well, I've got a voucher and grabbed that one finally. So yeah, it looks alright. Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Yeah, I'll be giving that a go. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to go and pick Ryu and play the game that way. I always do. But yeah, looks alright. I'm quite excited to play that one. Then next up, again, I've been looking for this one for a bit. I think the Xbox 360 version is a little bit cheaper, but for some reason it seems to be quite hard to come by. Certainly in the local stores I've been. I've not been able to find it, but I saw it on PlayStation 3. Receipts in there, I'll take that out. And thought, well, I'll finally get this. Body count on the PlayStation 3. So I did play this back in the day. I think I played the Xbox 360 version, and thought it was just okay. Now this is kind of like the spiritual sequel to Black, which is one of the greatest first-person shooter games of all time. And I just remember back in the day thinking this was kind of just average. I don't know, maybe everybody was sort of trying to compare it to Black and thinking it was going to be the next Black or whatever. But I remember playing it and not being overly impressed. But yeah, just there's been a lot of people talking about Black recently, myself included. So I just thought, well, if I see this at any point, I'm going to pick it up and maybe give it another go. So yeah, I paid £3.50 for that. I'm sure the Xbox 360 version is a lot more. I'm sure it's about £6. I could be wrong, but yeah, it's one of those games where possibly you might be able to pick it up cheaper at a car boot or something like that, because it's a very under the radar kind of game. But yeah, looking forward to maybe just giving that another quick go, to be honest, because it does look quite good again from the back cover. You know, the the screenshots make it look pretty good, and it does look very similar to black in a way. So yeah, we'll see what that one's like, body count. And then just the last two. So I've not gone mad this time. I've just spent what I've got CEX vouchers, still got some of it left. So yeah, but I've done all right, I think. This is another game which has been on my most wanted list for a while. And the game is Arkanoid DS on the Nintendo DS. £4 paid, which is a little bit annoying because I've been searching for this for a while and it's usually been £2.50 and it's gone up to £4 recently. And lo and behold, as soon as I find a copy in one of the stores, it's gone up to £4. But there you go. Once I've got it in my head that I wanted to get it, I had to get it. So yeah, Arkanoid DS. Why have I wanted this? Well, I was playing Alleyway on the Game Boy quite a lot recently, and really liked it. And I think I just had a quick look to see what other Alleyway type games there are. So Arkanoid and is it Breakout as well. And I didn't realise there was a version of it on the DS. And like I said before, it was only couple of quid, £2.50. So it's been on my mind to try and pick this up. And I have picked it up. I've given it a go, and I've got to say, for such a basic game, I was a little bit disappointed with it, to be honest. I've only played it very quickly, but you get a feel for a game sometimes. And the issue I had with this was mainly because of the dual screen. For me, it feels like there's an issue with when the ball is travelling between the two screens, so almost like the gap between those two screens, the delay between the ball going and passing through each screen is really, I don't know, it just feels so slow, very long. So it just kind of ruins the rhythm of the game, and it just gives it an edge of sort of unpredictability with it. I will be, I'll carry on playing it. It's a puzzle game. It's a simple sort of puzzle game, really, isn't it? And it's hard to get wrong. But it was just that bit. Maybe it's just me. I just need to get used to it a little bit more. Maybe it just needs a little bit more time and a little bit getting used to the sort of timing of it crossing over screens. But it looks all right. And actually the music to it's pretty good as well. Puzzle game music can be either really catchy or really annoying. And it has to be catchy with a puzzle game because it's just there in the background, but it can't annoy you. So the music in it's quite good. But yeah, Arkanoid DS, again, nice and complete, nice condition. But yeah, I need a bit more time on that one. And then the very last pickup of the week, and this is quite a nice little pack actually. So I've seen this, for some reason I've seen this a couple of times recently. I saw a copy of it in, I think it was Manchester, Arndale CEX, and the box, because it comes in a cardboard box, was really sort of coming to pieces. It was falling apart a little bit. So I sort of checked, I didn't pick it up because of the state of the box. But saw this one. Well, actually saw another copy of it then, I think in the CEX in Lee. And then just, again, that box wasn't in great condition. And then I think I saw another copy of it in Warrington, and this is the copy that I bought. Now, again, this copy isn't it's not perfect. But it's not bad. I'll show you what it is. So it's the Grand Theft Auto collection on the Xbox. And you'll probably see straight away that it is ever so slightly sort of faded on the front. The front cover is not quite got that colour, especially with the two characters, that it should have. Back of it is fine, and you can see there how colourful that is, but it is just a little bit sun faded. You can see there the green is not as green as possibly as it should be. That being said, the rest of the box is in absolutely immaculate condition, and as are the games. So the games are inside this pack, and it's a nice little package, this. I haven't got either of these two games on the Xbox, but yeah, it's all fully complete. So you've got GTA 3, disc, manual and map all included in there, and you've got to love the artwork on these boxes, especially these sort of early GTA games. But yeah, nice condition on that one. And then the second game is GTA Vice City. So again, really nice condition, but again, love the artwork in this. But yeah, nice and complete as well. And again, the map is in there for this, or is it a map or is it a poster? Yeah, it's a map into a tourist guide. So there's a tourist guide, instruction booklet and the poster. And I've not done that bit on purpose. Yeah, it's a map into it. So yeah, nice and complete. Which again, is sort of hard to come by, where you know you get every single thing that's supposed to be in there, or at least everything I think is supposed to be in there, in the whole sort of package. But yeah, I love that middle as well. That looks great, doesn't it, with the two sort of box arts in the middle of the box. So yeah, I am happy with that. I paid £15 for that, which again I don't think is that bad if you sort of think of it as £7.50 per game. Yeah, are they that much on PlayStation 2? Possibly not. You are probably paying a premium for the cardboard, Xbox cardboard. Is that going to be a thing? But yeah, I mean, happy with that. And yeah, I think I've done the right thing by, you know, the sun fade on the front is not great, but the rest of the condition of the box sort of makes up for it, I think. So happy with that. And that is it. Those are the pickups for this week. All CEX vouchers. I've still got some vouchers left. I also am thinking of trading some PlayStation 5 games in as well. Possibly, have I got the bug for CEX vouchers now? Maybe. But it does make it easier, doesn't it? And it does feel a little bit like you are winning when you spend those vouchers. All of those, I think it was when I was buying the Folklore from Bolton, CEX, and there was something else I bought from Bolton as well. I think I had to pay 50p. So I paid 50p cash and the rest was all vouchers. So I don't think I've done too bad there. But yeah, really cannot wait to finally play this game. If you've played it, let me know in the comments. You know, what did you think of it? Am I getting hyped up for absolutely no reason whatsoever? Or do you think I'm going to enjoy it? I hope I'm going to enjoy it. I need something a little bit different at the moment, something I can sink my teeth into. So I'm hoping it's going to be this one, because I've been waiting a long time to play this one. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. As always, you know, any comments, that'd be great. I'll always try to reply. And I will see you next time.